by the sword, you die by the sword. I probably die in the vocal booth.
No one talks about how different it is to go from dating and talking to guys who just absolutely love bomb you to talking to a guy who's probably a little bit more emotionally stable, probably a little bit more mature. Let me tell you, it can be confusing. It's like, why are you not texting me 24/7 and then getting upset when I don't reply within a certain amount of time just because you really want to hear from me that day? I don't understand why you're not sending me random flowers or my favorite coffee order after the first date because you're just thinking about me. Why are we not having 4-hour-long phone calls every single night, messing up both of our sleep schedules, therefore putting us both in a very unhealthy place because we need some sleep? Why are you not joking about our kids and like our wedding one day? Why are you not taking me to meet your entire family after the second date? I don't understand. Why are you not just completely obsessed with me? I mean, do you even like me at this point? You can see where I'd be a little confused, right? No, this is normal? Oh, really? Cool. You're right. I'll see you this weekend.
And see, it's a couple things that I actually want to touch on that she actually said. Now, the first thing that I want to touch on that she said was emotionally stable. A guy, because she was talking, she was like, yeah, these are guys who are actually emotionally stable. And I caught that. And I want to elaborate on that because when you're love bombing, when you're actually chasing a girl, when you're fucking just overwhelmed with so much attraction that you have for a woman, you are a guy that's actually emotionally unstable. Now, why would I say that? It's because you're actually letting your emotions dictate how you react and treat this woman. You're looking at her, you're emotionally pedestalizing her. Most guys don't have the self-awareness to be aware of how they're actually feeling when they're interacting with girls. They don't, like when you're interacting with a girl, you don't know when you feel like, oh my God, I like her so much. You don't know when you're nervous. You don't know until damn near after the fact and when you sit back and really think about it. But you have to be able to be aware in those situations, and you have to be in the moment in those situations to be able to do things the right way. Because if you can't be aware in those situations, you're emotionally unstable. Really, if you really think about it, you're emotionally unfucking stable. Because an emotionally stable man, he would never emotionally pedestalize a woman. He wouldn't pedestalize a woman at all. Why wouldn't he do that? Let me let you guys know. Why wouldn't an emotionally stable man ever emotionally pedestalize a woman at all? Because she's just a fucking woman. Maybe she do got the fat ass and titties. Maybe she is pretty. But how many times have you had that in your life? How many times have you had that in your life? How many times have you had it to where you got used to it, where it was just something that you were just used to? How many times have you had it and then you realize that all this bitch got is ass and fucking titties and looks? How many times have you had that and then maybe you lost it and then you go out and you be thirsty for it again until you get it again? It's an abundant amount of resources of women with asses, titties, or whatever the fuck that you really like. It's no reason to ever be, head over heels, emotionally just into a girl and love bombing. Love bombing is a form of manipulation. Those are guys who have weak fucking game who uses love bombing. It's a coward thing to do. And the reason that is because you're not going to be able to maintain love bombing. You heard what she said? Oh, buying me coffee all the time, staying on the goddamn phone and shit. Like, who the fuck got time to do that type of shit but a man who's fucking just emotionally unstable, a man with no other fucking purpose or value in life? Like, who the fuck got time to do that type of shit on the phone all goddamn day, thinking about this bitch 24/7? Do you know why there's a such thing as honeymoon phase, and the honeymoon phase doesn't last forever? Do you know why? Because the honeymoon phase is based off of lies. It's based off of a false perception that you have of someone else. That's what honeymoon phase is. You never want to be in there. And usually honeymoon phase comes from love bombing. And then love bombing and all this other shit, you know how come it usually in those types of shit, you end up being in toxic relationships and shit like that because you love bombed her in the beginning and you showed her somebody that you truly wasn't. And then now, because all of the emotion that you had for her in the beginning is gone, because now you can see her for who she truly is. Now you're not doing the same shit that you were doing in the beginning, and now she's feeling entitled. She's like, he doesn't love me anymore, so now she's fucking annoying because she wants you to keep doing that shit because that's what you basically told her. That's how you like her. And now that you're not doing it anymore, you're basically telling her that you're not attracted to her no more. You don't like her, which can be further from the truth, but all you did was lie to her in the beginning. Which is why you have to stay consistent in the beginning with who you are through the whole shit. How you start with a bitch is how you finish with her. And that's some real game. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is she said something about normal. Now, why is it normal? Right? Like, why would not chasing somebody, because we've been programmed through movies and, you know, society, but moreover anything, we've been programmed. Most men get their game from movies. They get their way of doing things, romance. All this shit comes from how movies have portrayed how love is supposed to be. Everything that you guys see in movies is never a happily ever after. It's just that you didn't see the rest of the fucking movie. You know how they go, the man, he chased her, he got the girl, they got married, and they lived happily ever after. No, it's just you didn't watch the rest of the movie. Didn't go. She took it for all his shit. You didn't see the rest of the movie. Like movies like The Notebook and all this other shit, where it's just they all playful and then they love each other real hard and then they leave and then he got to run back and then oh my God, I fucking hate The Notebook. I didn't even watch the goddamn movie. I hate it that much. I seen, oh my God, but it's from all of that shit. But in normal reality, not movies, people don't just be overly infatuated with each other. You have to win each other over in a way. You get what I'm saying? Like, because because they're fucking, they shit, breathe, eat the same thing that you do. And this is why, guys, you have to be very careful about the types of shit that you do in the beginning. You have to be fucking normal. Attraction, most of attraction is based off of a woman's experiences in life. You know how we tell you guys to tell the truth in the beginning, right? The reason why it's attractive to some women and it's not attractive to other women is because of her experiences. So for an example, if a woman, she's been lied to and she's been love bombed by so many other men in her path, and then she starts to see that as a pattern of that, she's not gonna be attracted to those guys anymore. So when she comes around a guy like me who tells her the truth, she's gonna be highly fucking attracted. A guy that's not love bombing her, she's gonna be highly fucking attractive because now it's something different and she already knows those relationships won't work because these guys are being fucking